Subscribe to the fl0m Clips and Highlights channel so we can get to, I don't know, 1 billion subscribers on YouTube. FaZe have officially benched Broky, which I think it's been a long time coming. I'm surprised he lasted this long. I liked actually the first time they benched him to bring him back. I love that FaZe tried that. I think Broky had definitely earned that, or like to try to bring it back. And he, for a brief moment, it looked like he was so back, but I don't know what happened, dude. In the nicest way possible, Broky just has to be studied. He's got some achievements, bro. Like he's 6th best player, 22, 10th best player, 8th. Like he should definitely get a shot on another team. I don't think he lost his ability overnight like a bad. I wish I knew what it was. I think this is a long time coming though. I appreciate that FaZe management genuinely actually tried to give him a run back. But also after that run back and it didn't work, I think they should have been more aggressive with switching him. It's a tough one, man. But he like grew up with FaZe. So like, I mean, you can literally see in the pictures here. When it comes to the AWPing landscape, it's really hard to move in a way that doesn't just feel lateral compared to what you had with Broky. Broky was absolutely buns, and there were better AWPers that could perform better in hindsight of it all. And you could have just like got like a slightly better AWPer, but it wasn't really a fix to the team. You know, as I always like to say, I don't think it moved the needle to replace Broky 9 times out of 10 with the available AWPers. It's really hard, man. You either have to snipe one of these AWPers like early off an Academy team, or you got to shell out a lot of fucking money for like a superstar. It's a really tricky thing to replace the AWPer once they're kind of already in there. The rumor is Martinez. I think Martinez is shown, and that's kind of what I mean, is like Martinez is shown to be like a better AWPer in terms of his overall output. Do I think if Martinez joins this roster, FaZe is going to be back to FaZe things and a top 5 team or something, or even a top 10 team? No, I don't really think so. Not unless we see, it's got to be a combination of things. And Broky was the biggest glaring like problem individually speaking, but also there's a lot of problems on FaZe. And it's hard to know if it was all just contributing to one another, but Frozen's lost some form. Twist definitely's lost form. Twist definitely lost form this year. You still have Jacob, who's trying to learn. This team is just not left in a good spot whatsoever. You know, what's going on with the IGL situation? Is Twist going to maintain? Are they even going to keep Frozen? It seems like it, but holy shit, we might be seeing like Frozen's prime basically get wasted. He's still only 23. Holy fuck, that throws me for a loop. I think that whoever they get for the AWPer in terms of statistics is going to look a lot better on paper. I just don't know what AWPer they're going to get that I'm like, yeah, FaZe is so back. That just doesn't really exist right now. What they really need to do is figure out the IGL situation and figure out, is Twist going to be the one that leads this team? Or are you securing Frozen? Or are you going to move him? Which I know they know these answers, but we don't, right? Maybe Frozen more important than IGL because Twist can hold it down for now. Like, are you going to go for Kixin maybe? I think Kixin would actually fit quite well in this team, but I don't know if that works with these guys. I don't know how that works altogether. So I was always kind of surprised when Kerrigan went to Falcons that they just didn't get Kixin. Maybe he didn't want to go. That to me is like where this team is going to make strides to start looking like a real competitive team again. I feel bad for Broky. I think that this was inevitable. I think he had to go. That being said, I would love if somebody gave Broky a chance. If anything, I can't believe I'm saying this. Unironically, he has no, Liquid shouldn't do it, but for whatever reason, I feel like if Liquid were to get Broky, somehow that, like, Liquid is so cursed, Broky is so cursed. Maybe if they're a match made in heaven and they uncurse each other. Hear me out. Like, what are you going to do? Get a worse AWPer in Liquid? Oh, no. I personally don't think that you just had a top 10 AWPer for multiple years. Just forget how to play Counter-Strike. I think that a new team environment could do wonders. And I'm just saying, if you're Liquid, oh no, you're going to get Broky, who's going to put up similar shit to Ultimate. Can it really get that much worse is kind of my point. Like, and maybe you get the gamble that you get, you know, Broky on an upswing. Probably not. Knowing Liquid, probably he just goes down into the drums and we wonder if I should be opping for Liquid. But like, I don't know, man. I don't want to see Broky not play anymore. It goes against how I feel about CS players if Broky is not at least decent when he goes to another team. It really does. And I think once you get out of this, not blaming anyone. Only person that can be blamed is Broky, but I think getting out of this situation for Broky could be the reset. That also basically means I think that they can't get rid of, so they're not, I wonder if they're going to keep Frozen, but I feel like this means they aren't getting rid of him. Because then now you have the situation with him gone. You need these 3 players to maintain VRS. What is their VRS situation like right now anyway? Like, it's not good, but they have some invites where they can, like, they need to get on it like right now. Where are they at? Yeah, 23. Like 23, you do good. And I think in that article they're playing the XSE League thing. That could be it, bro. Like that's if they get the right situation, they could be right back into the invites if they have a good run. That's how important. Like, but that's super important. It starts in like 2 weeks.
1 hour later.
Joe Biden has joined FaZe on loan, guys. The American org has secured the big Academy AWPer for the rest of the year, so he was number 34 on HLTV prospects. If you guys don't exist terminally online like me, HLTV has like top 50 every single year that they kind of like announce as like their favorite, you know, keep an eye on these young gun types. You know what I mean? Don't worry. There's one singular North American on the list, so we made it. And he got added after somebody else got removed. That still counts. Although not highly experienced, he's been playing for Danish rosters on Atlantic and PC, as well as developing rungs of the Astralis and big structures. The Danish touted prospect currently number 34 in our prospects list. So they're gambling. I mean, I'm here for it. Like, I said this with Liquid. When it comes to these AWPers, man, just start firing shots off at AWPers and just see what hits, because there's too much talent not to try. And some of these AWPers are so insanely gifted. You don't know which ones are going to make the jump and be able to maintain their mental. But like, dude, just shoot your shot. Like, let's just see what we got going on. The problem with this, though, there is a downside to doing this, which is you have fucking fl0m and Twist. So this is my current issue is like, on one hand, I liked what I saw out of A2. I thought he was actually doing pretty decent. I've seen people talk about, I'm not going to call him, what is it, JBOEN? I'm not sure how to say it. Bowen? Bowen or something like that? I don't know. I'm fucking stupid. Whatever. Joe Biden. I've seen people say good things about him, but I haven't really watched him play. I've talked about this a few times, but like having rosters be in similar places. fl0m and Twist in their career are not in the point where I think, I mean, I know fl0m's still young, bro, but he's so fucking good that like fl0m wants to win some shit right now, bro. Not 2 years from now. So like, I don't hate the roster moves that they're making, and I think like the days of big buyouts and crazy roster moves are reserved for the Saudis and big casinos. I personally am here for these orgs looking and taking more seriously academy teams and giving academy players more shots. I like the pickups. I just feel like this team is in a really fucking weird spot. I don't want to speak for players. Twist seems like he wants IGL still, or like is open to it and is down to like be the FaZe brand and take over that mantle. But I don't know if fl0m's along for that ride, man. I mean, I guess he is, because like they're not moving him. And I'm not sure when his contract ends, but I feel like he's just kind of stuck, dude. I kind of feel bad for him. No, I don't, and I'm not mad at FaZe for keeping him. They literally have to. Like, this is a business at the end of the day. Like, getting rid of fl0m, if they can't get a shit ton of money for him to where it makes sense, it just don't then, you know, let him ride out his contract. And if you don't get a good enough team around him, he rides off into the sunset just like Rops did. But at this point, this also confirms, I would almost say with 100% certainty, fl0m isn't moving. Put a clown emoji on my face if somehow Navi buys him out still. But you got to understand, they can't make another roster move, guys, because the VRS. Because they bench Broky, they have to retain 3 players playing, meaning if they get rid of Twist, Jacob, fl0m in any fashion, they will lose VRS points significantly. People are, like, I saw some people saying the sentiment like, oh, really, we're getting, like, you know, academy players, but it's probably the best move right now. Like, dude, who are they they can't go, they're not buying out Simple, you know, like you're not gonna go buy out fucking Zywin. Like, there's no massive buyout blockbuster. That's how you farm YouTube videos, and I get more views on mine, and that's how you get like big splashy things that happen, but it's not sustainable, bro. You just light money on fire. Like, this is a lot more sustainable approach. The problem is you really need to develop these players that you're gonna be signing quickly, or fl0m's gonna be fucking gone. And he should walk. Like, this guy should not stick around after his contract is done if this team is not in the top 10, because he is too talented to be sitting on this fucking roster trying to help other players develop when he should be pushing for majors. Some of you guys, I feel like, are just constantly trolling with the things you guys type. Some of you guys, I think, are not real. So that also confirms that Twist is going to IGL. So I would assume they're not making any more roster changes, or they're not removing fl0m or selling fl0m. This means if Natu's coming in, Twist is still going to be calling, and they're rolling the dice on some young guns. which has paid off for FaZe in the past, believe it or not. I think this is what FaZe has to do. It's not a clickbait type move that's going to make headlines. It's not a headline move. This is where FaZe is at. I think this is good. I think this should be the approach. Now you better actually develop your talent on your team, or Frozen's going to be gone, and you're going to lose one of the best players, a top 20 player, and he's going to walk for free whenever his contract's done if you don't do it.